Good day, everyone. Welcome to our special report presentation where we explore a timeless and powerful concept that continues to shape laws, morals, and societies today. And in this report, we're going to dive into natural law, from its meaning and key proponents to its lasting impact on our world. Come and join us as we unfold the story behind these fascinating principles. Today, we're going to discuss about natural law. So first, let's define what is natural law.
Natural law is a philosophical theory that describes a universal moral code that guides human behavior. It can influence modern legal and ethical systems by shaping human rights, justice, and constitutional law. It ensures laws align with fundamental values like equality, liberty, and human behavior.
Now that we've set our definition of natural law, let's explore the perspective of our three great proponents about the natural law.
The first proponents of natural law, Aristotle. Aristotle is considered by many to be the founder of natural law. Aristotle is often regarded as the originator of natural law theory because he introduced the idea that there are universal moral principles that govern human behavior independent of human-made laws. Aristotle believed that natural justice is valid everywhere and does not depend on the laws of any one group of people. Aristotle argued that concepts of justice and morality are inherent to human nature and are applicable to all societies, irrespective of their specific legal systems. This means that natural law transcends cultural and societal differences. Aristotle posited that there exists a natural order or a common law that aligns with human reason and the nature of things. This law is not written but is understood through rational thought, suggesting that humans can discern right from wrong through their nature. Here are some examples of natural law principles as understood through the lens of Aristotle's philosophy. The first one is universal and unchanging order. Aristotle believed that certain principles were universally valid and unchanging, like the inherent tendency of fire to burn or the natural purpose of a seed to grow into a plant. The second is justice and fairness. Aristotle emphasized the importance of justice and fairness in political systems, arguing that they should be structured to recognize the rights of certain human beings, which he saw as part of a natural order. Next is the natural purpose of things. He believed that each thing has a natural purpose or telos. For example, a human being's natural purpose is to live a good life, which involves cultivating virtue and reason. Next is the good and the pursuit of happiness. Aristotle believed that humans naturally strive for happiness and that this happiness is achieved through living a virtuous life, which is in accordance with reason and natural law.
Saint Thomas Aquinas, a medieval Catholic priest and European philosopher who lived in the 13th century. He believed that natural law and religion were inextricably connected. He also believed that the fundamental principle of natural law is that we should do good and avoid evil.
Samuel von Pfaffendorf, a prominent German jurist and historian who lived from 1632 to 1694. He was a significant figure in the development of natural law theory, which posits that certain rights and moral principles are inherent to all humans regardless of their social status or origin. Pfaffendorf believed that humans are inherently social creatures, meaning they need to live together in communities for survival and well-being. He saw natural law as a set of principles that guide a peaceful coexistence and promote social harmony. He argued that all humans are born equal and possess inherent rights to freedom. Here are some examples of Pufendorf's view on natural law. First is equality and mutual respect. He believed that all humans are naturally equal and deserve to be treated with respect. He rejected the idea of social hierarchies based on birth or wealth, emphasizing that everyone has inherent dignity as a human being. Second, duty to promote the common good of others. Pufendorf believed that individuals have a duty to help others and promote their well-being. This duty is based on the concept of common brotherly love, which requires individuals to go beyond simply refraining from harming others and actively contribute to their welfare. These examples illustrates Pufendorf's view on natural law as a system of moral principles that are both rational and divinely ordained, promoting social harmony, equality, and the well-being of all humans.
Since we've done exploring the perspective of our three proponents, let's move on the key features that define natural law.
Let's discuss the 5 key features of natural law. First is universality. Natural law applies to all humans, regardless of cultures or society. Second is inherent in human nature. Moral principles are considered to be part of our natural makeup and not created by external forces. Third is the reason-based. Human can use their rational abilities to understand and apply natural law. Fourth is immutability. Natural laws are not subject to change over time. And lastly is focus on justice. Natural law aims to promote fairness and justice in human interactions.
Natural law has its strength, but of course, no theory is perfect. It also faces some criticism. Now, it's time to dig deeper about the strength and criticism of natural law.
Strength of natural law. Universal and objective morality. Natural law proponents argue that it provides a basis for objective moral principles applicable to all humans, regardless of culture or belief system.
Reason-based ethics. It emphasizes the use of reason and natural human capacities to discern moral truths, promoting autonomy and intellectual engagement.
Foundation for law and rights. Natural law has historically been used to justify the existence of fundamental human rights and to critique unjust laws, serving as a basis for legal and political systems.
Timeless principles. Natural law principles are often seen as timeless and unchanging, offering a stable framework for moral decision-making across different eras.
Focus on human flourishing. Natural law theories often focus on the pursuit of human flourishing and the good life, providing a goal-oriented approach to ethics.
Cultural relativism. Critics argue that different cultures have varying moral values, challenging the notion of a universal natural law.
Inflexibility and rigidity. Some argue that natural principles can be too rigid, failing to account for the nuances of real-life situations and individual circumstances. This means that natural law principles can seem like a set of rules that everyone must follow, no matter their situation. This can be a problem because real life is complex and people's circumstances are different. And natural law often focuses on unchanging principles that may have been relevant in the past but may not be as helpful in today's world. Natural law principle ignoring individual needs. This means it might not enough attention to the unique needs and experience of individual. For example, a natural law might say thou shalt not kill, but what about self-defense? If someone is trying to hurt you, is it okay to defend yourself even if that means hurting them? Natural law doesn't always have easy answers for this kind of situation.
Difficulty in determining natural law. Critics question how we can objectively determine what is natural or good, and if different interpretations of nature lead to conflicting moral conclusions.
Naturalistic fallacy. Some argue that simply observing how things are in nature, like for example the survival of the fittest, does not automatically justify moral conclusions about how things ought to be.
Outdated theory. Some argue that natural law is outdated and not relevant to contemporary ethical issues. Lack of practical application. Critics argue that natural law principles are too abstract and difficult to apply to real-world problems.
Now that we've learned the strength and criticism and also the diverse perspective of natural law, let's explore how its principles continue to influence and contribute to our society.
Throughout history, natural law has influenced the development of legal system, providing a foundation for legal and moral norms. It has served as a guiding principle in the formulation of law, the administration of justice, and the recognition of human rights. As such, understanding natural law is crucial for students of law, politics, and criminology, offering insight into the underpinning of legal system and the intrinsic nature of justice and morality.
Natural law provides principles that prioritize human rights and moral standards. The theory of natural law says that humans possess an intrinsic sense of right and wrong that governs our reasoning and behavior. Its idea is that everybody intuitively understands the moral right and wrong, and that we know we're supposed to shun the evil and seek to do the good.
Natural law is a set of universal, non-man-made binding and unchangeable conditions that we choose through our own free will. Natural law is constant throughout time and across the globe because it is based on human nature, not on culture or custom. Human beings are not taught natural law per se. Instead, we discover it by consistently making choices for good instead of evil.
And that wraps up our journey into the world of natural law, a guiding force that has truly stood the test of time.
Thank you for staying with us. We hope this has given you a better understanding of natural law, its strength, its thinkers, and its influence on our lives today. Until next time, stay informed and stay inspired.